Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rudium Axel, and welcome back to another episode of Surtreon Dev. And as you may notice by looking around, we've done a bit of stuff since last episode. In fact, it's only been like maybe 20 minutes since I stopped recording. It's just we've made stuff look prettier, just like with the last episode. Like, our main base hasn't changed. I made a row of trees and a path going to the future smeltery. It's actually functioning now. So this is going to be a small-scale smeltery for small specific things. That is going to be a forge. A very large industrial forge. I am yet again joined by Joe Robert / Jim Joe right over there. And yeah. So, to sort of recap some things that went on during the not episode, we have some more pure daisies now. We used to only have one, now we have 4. We still have the same amount of pitcher plants. If we come up here, I made a bunch of pasture seeds. I don't have that queued up in JEI, but pasture seeds just grow grass really fast, so I made a bunch of those to grow grass up here and down here, so it looks cooler. I removed the dirt right here and replaced it with seared stone because I thought it looked a bit better. And if we look at the base, or the Botania area from over here, it looks cooler. So there you go, that's what got that. Be careful, there are some creepers.
That's a lot.
I know. Alright, so today I wanted to make the Rannuncarpas. That is a flower that I don't think it costs mana, and it just places on top of whatever blocks under it. Like, that's the qualifying block. You place it on top of dirt, and then under it you put seared, or you would put whatever block you want it to place on. So
it doesn't take mana, but if you supply it with mana, it increases its placement range.
Okay, so we would put it like right here instead of another pitcher plant, since we already have 3 of those. This block would be dirt, and you'd put seared stone below it, so that way it would place any blocks you give it on top of these seared stone platforms that we have over here. And this is all just essentially a quality of life improvement. Like, it's going to make it easier to get all the blocks placed for like wood or stone to get the wood or stone of Botania. Can't remember the name. Living rock and living wood.
And living rock.
Yeah. Okay, so to make it, we need redstone root. That's not going to be a problem. And a rune of earth. For that, we need a runic altar, which requires a mana diamond. Let's just go ahead, get some mana going here.
You want to make
so
me
that I can actually get that
out of the forest?
Yeah, sure. Actually, okay, yeah, I have enough living wood. I didn't think that I did. Okay, you want a magenta one or a light blue one?
Whichever.
Here's your thing.
Thanks. Just a second.
Up, and oops, didn't make the mana diamond. And I can't. We're gonna need a block of coal, which I don't have any coal, so that's gonna be a problem. Okay, it's gonna be less of a problem now.
I made 4 gold chests, so if you want one for up here,
that would be useful. Could you? Oh, there's the coal.
I'm gonna go put one by the smeltery.
Gold chest can go there. Need mana steel and mana powder, which can be pretty much any powder in the game, including sugar. Huh.
That's good to know.
A brown mushroom.
Okay, well that was odd. It voluntarily went into the chicken pit.
That doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
Ah! It's gonna take a few years for this thing to get enough mana. Now, I feel like normally
The diamond did the thing.
Oh, sweet. Normally, I would have the need to explain everything that I'm doing to the audience, but I feel like Botania is a straightforward enough mod to where you don't really have to do that. Like, how did he
These
craft
things
that thing? I just tossed some coal on the thing, I had the iron on that thing, and then the iron turned into the mana steel. Because it
This
had
thing
mana.
makes mana. Oops.
Doesn't make mana anymore.
This thing makes mana. This thing transfers the mana, and that thing stores mana. So
Yeah, it's like electricity. Ah. Well. That happened. Alright, cool. I'm going to go ahead and find the mushroom, and then I'm going to get back with you guys when I do that. Alright, guys, I'm back. Jim Joe is well, he was asleep in there. But he's AFK now, at least for the time being. I did get the mushroom, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and look at what else is required for the Abba Rabba Ding Dong. At Botania. There. What is it? Rannuncarpas. Alright, you make that in a petal apothecary. Need a runic altar. I haven't made that yet, apparently. Okay. Bam. Okay. I'll put it there. And no, not mana pool. That's not what I needed. I needed that. Okay. So that requires one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those. Is that it? No. Also requires mana steel. That I somehow do not have. I thought that I got that. Okay, it will be dealt with. Un momento. Alright, guys. It is ready. All you need to do to complete the process is toss a living wood on top. Shift right click it. Now we have some earth runes. Sweet. Rannuncarpas. Rannuncarpas? Rannuncarpas. Alright, let's go downstairs. Toss in the things that we need. I believe redstone root was one of them. We need one of these. What was the other thing? One of those. Now what was next? The rune. That's it. Okay. Need the bag for the things. There we go. Sweet. Hopefully it has a high enough range. If not, we're going to have to supply it with mana. I'll just punch a hole in this so that we can spray it down on the flower. There. There. Oh gosh.
it does work.
What did you do?
I picked you up.
Some of the chickens escaped, or one of the chickens escaped, so you might want to deal with that. Also, if you couldn't tell, we are recording now.
Yeah, I saw.
Alright. Block, and then I'm going to need to switch it up and put seared stone. That's seared bricks. I think I put seared stone in the chest. Okay. Bam. And I think that should be all for that. I'm going to want a pasture seed because I like things to look pretty. What is the difference between damp grass and normal grass? Dang it!
And that is why I don't usually play with biomes of plenty.
That's okay. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. Right, pasture seed, and then Rannuncarpas.
In case you couldn't tell, I'm separating the chickens into their respective pens.
Sweet. Okay. So from right there, without any mana, it reaches every single one.
Nice.
I didn't have enough wood, but it reaches. And that's the point.
Some. I don't want to use it for that.
All right. I'll just toss down some stone to finish it off. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that that's either the end of the video or the end of the clip. If it's the end of the video, I'll make an ending clip in a second. So yeah. Bleh. More chicken coops. Yeah. All right, guys. We are back. So we are ending the episode here, but there's a few things that I would like to show you. Just go over things that we did before I end the episode. First of all, I changed the paths up quite a bit, just throughout the episodes, in between clips and stuff like that. I've changed the paths and messed around with it. Here lies house. I destroyed it. If we come over here, I don't think there's really any changes on the interior, aside from some rearranged torches, but I put wood all along the edging of the house to make it look nice and pretty. A creeper actually blew up this part of the house. I placed a pressure plate there because I got a pressure plate and I'm lazy. We also have a gold pressure plate to open and close that door for us. This tree is messed up. I have potatoes. If you didn't notice, we have 4 chicken coops, or chicken pits. I never pointed this out, but this is called the Chicken Pit of Grandeur 9000. We have all of our sand chickens and whatever in here. Down here, we have a hen house, which picks up the items that they lay, I guess, but doesn't seem to be picking them up right now, and I'm not sure why. It might be just really slowly, but I don't know, honestly. But yeah, we have 4 of them, and most of the chickens are sorted. This, not so much. These smart chickens lay normal eggs that can be picked up by the hen house, because normal chicken eggs can't be picked up by the hen house. The black chickens lay coal, and the bone chickens lay bone meal. Okay, let's come up here. I swapped out all the wooden logs to living wood planks. I still have oak wood accents around, like these stairs, the stairs down here, and the slabs, but it's not very much. We have this here, which Joe Roberts made for us, and that's a dark hopper into an open crate. So what this does is when you toss it some items, so let's say I want a bunch of cobblestone, or not a bunch of cobblestone, a bunch of living rock. Okay, so that puts it down so that the Rannuncarpas can, deal with it. And then before it has a chance to despawn or get anywhere even close to despawning, it picks it up and drops it through this open crate from Botania again. refreshing its existence. And that should be permanent. Alright. I need a new axe, desperately. Alright, so I'm just gonna pick up this stuff real quick. That's honestly most of what I did. We can head over to the smeltery real quick, and I'll explain the stuff around there. Part of the trees were destroyed while making room for another hen hole. So we might replace that, or we might just leave it empty like that. But I feel like this road of trees is too short now, so I'm gonna do something about it. We have this massive smeltery now. It can hold 9,072 ingots, and it's not even near done. We're gonna make it be a super tall, awesome tower. I was thinking of putting a moat around it with like molten metal inside or something. That's not quite decided yet. Here we have a way of pouring materials, or putting materials from a tank into the smeltery. And here we have a way of getting rid of excess materials. So you can pour it out here, and then as a second layer of defense, you can pour it out here into this fluid trash can, and that gets rid of it. We have, I think, 8 seared tanks, so 2 in each corner, and those all have lava in it to supply the smeltery. And once we get some pumps and stuff set up, along with some ender tanks, we're going to be able to have ender tanks here and have it flow lava into the seared tanks as to not run out. Over here we have a really efficient way of getting a ton of blocks of items. So we have a drain at the top that flows into these basins, and then from the basins the items come into this chest. So that's 8 at a time. But I think that's only when the lever is flipped down for power. Okay, that should be all of that. I think that's everything. I also put this bush here because I didn't like the way that the wood was next to the cobblestone and the seared brick. It just looked weird. But yeah, this is probably the happiest I have ever been with a base on a modded world. Well, no, not the happiest. This is the second happiest, because I once had an epic base on a modded world. I actually made only one video on that, and it was called How to Sextuple Iron in Modded Minecraft. So look that up if you're interested. Anyway, thanks a ton for watching. I really, really do hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.